The impact of a natural disaster is unpredictable, and victims of these tragedies may feel helpless at times. But what you do before and after disaster strikes is in your control, and it may greatly change the trajectory of your circumstances. Joining me now in studio is attorney Danny Karon with some truly life-altering tips. Danny, great to see you as always. Thanks for being here.
So nice to be here. Thanks, Rob.
Of course, of course. So, we've been covering the disasters, these wildfires in California, most recently, of course, but natural disasters also seem to be happening more frequently these days, and they seem to be more destructive than ever before. Let's go and start with what people can do before a disaster strikes to protect themselves.
Well, I'll take it a way that's a little bit different than you might expect. I think you need to have a will and a trust in place, because if something, God forbid, happens and you have neither, your possessions pass through the law of what's called intestacy succession, and that means it's dictated by the law of the state. You don't have any say over where your stuff goes or perhaps where your kids go. Very dangerous thing to leave up in the air. Have a will, and even better, a trust. That's one big thing that people don't tend to really keep in mind. Right. Two, have sufficient homeowners coverage. If you don't have coverage and your stuff gets burned up or washed away, that could be the end of it. Make sure you not only have a policy, but you know what it says, know what the coverage limits are, know what the deductible is, so you know what to expect to spend if you need to, and file your claim rather fast. Don't be at the end of the line. There are a lot of claims coming in. File them quickly. That's number two. And number three, have photo documentation of everything. Take them ahead of time. If stuff's washed away or burnt up, it could be too late. And in that case, what do? Check out your Zillow feed, your Redfin feed. Maybe your listing is still up. Look at your phone. If there's nothing on your phone, check out your Google Photos. Check out your cloud photos. Sometimes things are going to be on there that aren't on your phone. Do whatever you can to reconstruct your possessions, because you'll need them to make a sufficient claim.
Absolutely. And we're hearing horror stories of people who did not have insurance. Right. There are many areas, down in Florida, for instance, in California, where insurance companies are not insuring those locations. What do you do if you can't get insurance?
Well, I live in Florida now, and when I got my place, I was scared to death that I might not get coverage because all the insurers are pulling out. Well, a lot of the time you can get coverage, but if you can't, as you described, there are some states with state-sponsored, state-owned nonprofit insurers. Like in Florida, it's called Citizens. See if your state offers it. If so, grab it, because that might be the best you can get.
All right, attorney Danny Karon, great stuff, really important information. Thank you so much for being here.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Rob.